Dear Lyriana, I'm writing to you because I feel deeply hurt. A few days ago, I accidentally overheard my boyfriend talking to his friends on the phone, and what I heard pierced straight into my heart. He said things about me that simply aren't true. He told them that I forbid him to do things, that I try to control him. But that's not who I am. All I ever wanted was honesty and mutual respect, not power, not control. Since then, I keep wondering why he would say such things. Maybe to appear stronger in front of others, maybe because he feels insecure of himself. But it still hurts because in his words, I no longer recognize myself. I feel misunderstood, betrayed, diminished. I want to understand whether there is still hope for this relationship to heal, or whether I must learn to let it go. Please, Lyriana, read me an oracle. I need your insight to see whether love here can still be restored. Oh, you wounded, searching soul, your words carry both truth and sorrow, and the oracle responds with gentle but clear light. What you overheard was no coincidence. It was a mirror moment, not to wound you, but to show you where he stands and where you must begin to protect yourself. The oracle reveals 3 signs. First sign, the shadow of untruth. What he said does not arise from malice, but from insecurity. Some people distort the truth when they cannot face themselves. They shape another version of reality to feel in control. You are not the source of his shadow. You are the light that makes it visible. Second sign, the chalice of clarity. Stay calm, even when your heart trembles. Truth does not need to defend itself. It becomes visible in silence. Yet when the right moment comes, speak. Not in accusation, not in bitterness. Say, I heard what you said about me. Why? Then you will know whether he is capable of meeting you in honesty. Third sign, the path of the wind. This connection stands at a threshold. If he dares to face his own fear, healing may still be possible. If not, the paths will part, but you will not break. You will emerge stronger, clearer, and more whole. For those who live in truth never truly lose. They transform. When someone distorts your image, do not ask what you did wrong. Ask whether they could bear your light. For light reveals what hides in shadow. Walk your path with dignity. Speak from love. And if he cannot answer with honesty, then leave. Not in anger, but in peace. For what rests upon truth will always find its way back to itself. Dear Lyriana, your words from the first oracle touched me deeply. Since reading them, something inside me has begun to move. I keep trying to understand what happened, not only with my heart, but with my mind as well. I wonder why someone who claims to love you would say such things, why a person would tell untruths about someone they are supposed to care for. I know it wasn't right, yet I can't help feeling that there must be something deeper behind it. Perhaps fear, perhaps shame, perhaps a hidden need for self-protection. I long to understand the meaning within it, not to excuse, but to find peace. Please, Lyriana, help me see what might lie behind such behavior from a psychological point of view, if you know something about it. Oh, searching soul, in your words, I hear not only pain, but also maturity. You do not wish to retaliate, you wish to understand, and that is already the beginning of healing. Yet before I answer, I must say this. I do not speak as a psychologist. My words are not professional expertise. They do not replace the guidance of a trained specialist. What I share comes from the realm of experience, intuition, and inner vision. It is not a diagnosis. It is a mirror meant to help you recognize yourself more clearly. When I look into what you have experienced, 4 mirrors appear before me. 4 ways of seeing this situation. The first is the mirror of projection. Sometimes a person casts their own unrest upon another because they cannot bear it within themselves. When he says that you try to control him, it might be that he fears losing control or secretly longs to have it. In this way, he reflects his own inner tension onto you without realizing it. The second is the mirror of the social self-image. Human beings wish to appear strong and independent in the eyes of others. When they feel insecure, they sometimes reach for words that make them seem greater and others smaller. It is not strength that speaks then, but quiet fear. The third is the mirror of attachment fear. Some souls long for closeness and fear it at the same time. They unconsciously create distance by provoking conflict or misunderstanding. They do so not out of malice, but because they fear the wound that closeness might bring. And the fourth is the mirror of shame. Shame is silent, yet powerful. It can make a person hide, avoid responsibility, or place blame on others, not because they wish to harm, but because they cannot bear the thought of not being enough. To understand, she says, does not mean to excuse. It means to see the darkness without becoming part of it. Take these insights as signposts, not as justifications for what happened. You are allowed to understand without staying. You are allowed to see without losing yourself. When you speak to him, do so gently, without anger, and express what you feel. Whoever truly loves you will not fear your honesty. They will recognize it as an invitation to truth. And if he cannot, then you may walk away, not with bitterness, but with the quiet knowing that you have remained true to yourself. For love is not a place of defense. It is a space where truth is allowed to breathe.